Welcome everyone, this is Master's Joke, also Master's Joke 75 on Instagram. Here with another Christmas special, Star Trek Universe, Captain Spock. So I've had this for I don't know, probably maybe about 6 weeks. Bought it in Forbidden Planet when I went to Cambridge together with Admiral Kirk. So I've done a review on Admiral Kirk already, and I think that's a brilliant figure, 10 out of 10. So yeah, I've been really looking forward to opening this one. Big fan of the Star Trek movies with the original crew, especially Star Trek 2. Although Star Trek 3 was the first Star Trek movie that I saw, and that was in the cinema back in the 80s, Waltham Cross. Yeah, and when I saw the Enterprise blow up, that blew me away. But yeah, I mean, I love the movies. I love the uniforms. It's really good. I mean, if you haven't seen the original Star Trek movies, check them out. I'm sure everyone's seen them by now. But let's take a look. I mean, it's exactly the same box as the Admiral Kirk. So I've kind of touched on the fact that I'm not interested in any of these Discovery figures whatsoever. Great first series, but then I just lost it. These Next Generation look good. Not sure about Khan, if I'm honest, in relation to the sculpt. It's not the greatest figure. If they released more figures, I might be interested. But yeah, really good figure. Great quality card as well. Hasbro, please take note. But yeah, let's get this open. Right, so similar to the Admiral Kirk, you get the stand, which I think is quite useful for stand. Although the figures they do stand up, quite good on their own. To be fair. So here he is, Captain Spock doing the old Vulcan pose. And yeah, no, it looks really good. I mean, there's been a bit of negativity about the facial sculpt, but it looks alright to me. It looks, it's, I don't see any issues with it at all. There was also issues about the Kirk one. They said that he didn't look old enough, and maybe this Spock does look a little bit young to be the same Spock from Star Trek 2. But what you want for $12.99? I think the pricing of these figures is just amazing. So let's get him out of the packet. Right, so here he is outside the packet. Let's get him in focus. I think that is a really decent figure. And what I like about these Star Trek figures is the attention to detail on the uniforms. Like I think that's a nice touch with the Vulcan pose. And I like the fact that it's a different, and I mentioned this on the last video I did about Admiral Kirk. I like the fact that it's a different sculpt for the uniform, where it's got the captain badges rather than Admiral. So they've done something different. It's got really good detailing on the actual uniform as well. No, I think it's great. I really hope they do release some of the other original crew in the Star Trek movie uniforms. So yeah, I mean, you've seen the articulation on the Admiral Kirk figure, so this is exactly the same. And again, there's been people moaning about how weak the legs are. Well, they're not extra tight like a Star Wars figure from 1983, but they do the job. They stand up all right. Look, I've got no issues with these figures whatsoever. I think they're great. So I'm just going to get the accessories out of the box, and because I can see his gloves from when he saved the Enterprise. So let me just get them. Right, so you've got these two gloves that Spock wears when he saves the ship. So they've got little splits in them, like when you put them that way, they look like Mickey Mouse's hands. But they've got a split, so they should be quite easy to put on. And this one must be in the this must be for the Vulcan hand signal pose. But I think that's a decent accessory, you know, and that's what I like. I like accessories with action figures, and you know, and also all for $12.99. I mean, let your eyes be your guide. So you've also got this. I imagine these like tricorders, and it's just, you know, I should know what they are, but it's a shame it's not labelled what these accessories are. But you know, they look good enough. I mean, I doubt I'll use them, but it's nice having accessories. I'm not gonna knock it for supplying accessories. It's a shame Spock hasn't got a gun, because I would have liked another phaser for Spock. But you know, you can always use Kirk's phaser, you know, if you wanted to pose him. But I'm just gonna set Spock up, and here he is with his with his gloves. He does look like Mickey Mouse. I think the gloves are a little bit big for him, but I think they had to be that big so they could fit over, you know, actually get them on and fit over the Vulcan hand sign. So I don't think I'd display them with the gloves on, although they're a nice touch. And as I mentioned, I don't think I'll be using the accessories at all. But I think it's a decent figure. Really, really, really good figure. Yeah, I'm well pleased with it. I mean, I think the detail on these is just great. You know, second to none. I definitely want to pick up some of those next generation figures. Maybe Picard or Riker, Data. Yeah, honestly, these are really, really good. $12.99. You just can't go wrong. And I like the gold effect. It's a nice gold application they've got on the belt and the badge and the captain emblem. So I'm just gonna what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna get the Admiral Kirk and just compare the two of them together. So I want to see if they're the same sculpts in relation to the actual moulding. I don't think they are, because obviously Spock is slimmer than Jim Kirk. And I do think this is a slimmer figure. So let me just get Admiral Kirk. So there's Jim and Spock together. Yeah, so it's definitely a different sculpt for both figures, like body sculpts, which I think is really, really good. So you know that they've actually, you know, because a lot of action figure companies tend to try and reuse sculpts all the time, whereas because of Kirk and Spock's different body sizes, I think they've done a really good job. Really, really good job. I'd have to say, I keep saying this, but I'd have to say this is another 10 out of 10 action figure from Playmates. So I'm just going to stand them up and next to each other. No, I'm really pleased with these Star Trek 2 action figures. They look absolutely fantastic. They'll look great on display. Definitely want to get some more, and I think I might look for the next generation ones in the new year after I've paid off all my credit card bills. But yeah, no, highly recommend it. Definitely check these out. As I said in a previous video, I saw them online I thought they looked alright. I wouldn't have bought these unless I'd been queuing up buying Star Wars figures in Forbidden Planet. They just happened to be there. I saw them, they look great, and they're even better outside the packet. So, highly recommended. And as I said, 10 out of 10. I mean, $12.99, all the accessories and the attention to detail, the paint applications, the articulation. It's a no-brainer. These are really, really good figures from Playmates. So definitely check them out. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Lets me know you care. There'll be another video tomorrow. Because it's Christmas, I'm doing one every day for December. So I'll see you in the next one. The vlog is over.